Let's go make our quilted mini witch's hat. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. I started by downloading the mini witch hat template from hometownquiltcompany.com. I cut out the hat and the brim from felt, and then I pieced together some squares and I cut the hat and the brim out of that. So the first thing we're going to do is turn our hat. You have a cone. You're going to make the corners meet, and you're going to stitch right here, right down this side. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop.
You don't have to patchwork your pieces. You can use plain fabric, and that would be precious too.
Now we're going to do the same thing to the felt. We're going to fold it over and straight stitch down one side. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop.
We're using felt, so it has some stiffness.
Now you're going to take the cone of the felt and put it inside the cone of the hat. Make sure the tip of it's pushed out good, and you're going to set that to the side. The next thing you're going to do is take the pieces that you've patchworked or one solid piece. You don't have to piece any together to cut it out. You can just use a solid piece of fabric. You're going to lay it pretty side up. Then you're going to take your felt that you cut out and lay it on top of it. Now we're going to straight stitch around the outside. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop, just like always.
This is going to make the most precious decoration to go on your kitchen island, living room table, for your entry, whatever it is you want to put it on. It would be precious on a wreath, and it's super cute with the mini broom.
Now we're going to go in here and we're going to turn it right side out, okay? And you're going to, look how cute this is. Push the brim of your hat out. Now you can make this with just cotton. You don't have to use the felt, but if you do, you want to put some interfacing or something in it so that it has some stiffness, because you do want it to stand up when you're done. Now we have a brim and we have a cone. Oh my goodness, this is so cute, y'all. Okay, so we have it sewn together, turned right side out. I'm going to iron it. After I iron it, we're going to top stitch it all the way around the edge. This is my snazzy Oliso, O-L-I-S-O iron that Missouri Star Quilt Company sent. Look how cute it is with the florals on it. I'm kind of fascinated. And y'all know I do not love a tiny iron. They are not my jam. But this one is not tiny and it's heavy. And that's why I don't love a small iron, is because they are not heavy. But this one is great. Super, super good. It's a great size and it's heavy. Now, after we've ironed it, we're going to top stitch around the brim all the way around. And a top stitch is just a straight stitch sewn a little closer to the edge, but only sew as close as you're comfortable.
This might be one of my favorite projects. Well, maybe not. I love all of the stuffies. I love the things my little ladies love, and making the super cute fun stuff during this Halloween season has been the best.
Okay, we've top stitched it. Now we're going to take the cone. This is our hat. This is our felt. I have put the raw edge of the felt inside, matching the raw edge of the fabric. So the pretty side is out. The pretty side of the top of our hat is out, and the pretty side of the felt. And the pretty side of the felt would be the side that has the pretty seam on it, is out. Now we're going to put this just like this. You're going to have your fabric and your felt and your fabric and your felt. And you're just going to sew this around, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop, and you're going to go in a circle, slow and steady. There's no secret. I wish there was, but slow and steady will get you there. So take your time and go all the way around.
And my niece and my big baby are in the kitchen talking to me every time I'm sewing. And y'all, I'm so tickled at them. They have to be the most distracting people on the planet, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, we've sewn the brim to the hat. Now, on the underside, where your edge is raw, we're going to add some bias tape. Let me get some. And it's called double fold because that's exactly what it is. It folds in and in again. We're going to open it up. We're going to lay it on our hat and stitch right there in that fold. And then afterwards, it will naturally fold over and over again, and we'll be able to sew the other side, and you won't be able to tell there was ever a raw edge.
My niece has taken on making a Dresden plate quilt for her little lady. So we've picked out her fabric, cut her pieces, and I'm answering all of her questions of how her pieces go together. So the big baby's telling her when she can talk and when she can't. When I'm talking to y'all, she's quiet. And when I'm sewing, that's when she talks.
Now, after you've done that, this is what you have. You're going to let your bias tape naturally fold back onto itself and it's going to fold over your raw edge. You're going to go back, and this time you're going to stitch as close to this edge as you can all the way around.
And I already know y'all are going to make the cutest witch hats ever. So be sure to email a photo to hometownquiltcompany@gmail.com. We all want to see. This template is available for the mini witch hat, and then there's also a template available for an adult witch hat and a child witch hat. So I can't wait to see all of the witch hats you make.
All right, and this is what you have, your little mini witch's hat. Y'all, this is precious. Hang on, let me get our little mini witch's broom and put with it. So cute, like SEW. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.